May 24th, and I will call to order this meeting of the Advisory Committee. So really, we just have a handful of transfer requests to deal with tonight, but I did want to also give folks an opportunity to share any thoughts or feedback or ideas that they had related to annual town meeting and specifically sort of our role and how that all played out. If you don't have thoughts, that's fine, but I just wanted to make sure that we had some time to talk about it. No? Okay, great. So we have 4 transfer requests and
Oh, Brian, I'm sorry. I was busy trying to start my minutes. So on the town meeting, and I emailed you about this. I think it would be beneficial if the moderator or someone explained the various options for voting before before we started that process, because there was a feeling that the issue that was tabled or tried to be tabled, that that was something that the select board knew about, but others did not.
Yep. Yeah, and so I can tell you that at the last select board meeting, that was discussed, and the moderator is planning to include maybe like a 1-page cheat sheet that explains some of the procedural mechanisms, so that everybody has it in their warrant. And I also think having the session the week before, like we usually do, but we didn't this year, that might help as well. But no, I think it's a great point, Bill.
Yeah, good.
All right, well, unless anyone has any other comments, I will share. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
One thing, Brian, sorry.
Yeah.
This is a more question since like the last meeting we had where the select group was available. Once a 117, is the town in charge of redoing it?
Yeah.
What year? And we have to pay for it, even if it's a state road.
So 117 is not a state road. There was a, Craig, you might want to speak to this because you were actually here in town before.
Yeah.
It was before 2016, I think.
In 2015, actually, it was a town meeting. And the state seemed to offer to take it over, which would include maintenance and repairs and improvements and so on. And the town, it wasn't a binding vote, but the town was heavily against it, at least at town meeting. And as a result, the control and maintenance costs of 117 stayed with the town.
Okay. And like, do we know when it's due for the next time that it has to be done?
I don't know when it's next due for a repaving. That would be a question for Randy.
Because like I feel like that's a big project that we need to know and like put money aside for it, because I don't think it's something like, you know, unless the state's gonna help with us. Like I feel like in future
it has in the past, in certain sections, it has in the past helped repave stuff. We've gotten a grant, I think, on the east side of town 15 years ago or so to do a tremendous improvement to that part of the road and repave it and all.
Yeah, I understand. I was just saying, like, if we have to cough up the cost, I'd rather, like, you know, create the account for it so we can put little by little, at least something in there. If we don't use it and we get a grant, great, it's extra cash for the town, but that we can do other things. But if not, like, I feel like it's going to be a huge burden that, like, all of a sudden it's going to hit everyone with the higher taxes and have a lot of angry people on hand.
Brian can probably talk about it, but I'm not sure we're allowed to say in 3 years we're gonna have this massive expense and therefore we should start socking away money for it.
I mean, people 5 years ago, 7 years ago got to vote for it. We can't, so why can't we put the money aside for it? the people who voted for it, a lot of them don't live here, and we're stuck with it.
I can tell you the section of 117 in front of my home was repaved in roughly 2013. So you still have a good bit of time left on that.
Yeah, I think there's a couple things. One is I do think this would be an opportunity for the DPW director to just educate us as a committee about what his plan is, because I think we get access to certain state funds every year for general highway maintenance. So I'm sure that they're using some of that to like prevent huge potholes. But in terms of what they recently did to 110, where they're redoing that entire stretch, I don't know whether we have something like that planned for 117. So yeah, we should definitely ask Randy Haglund about that. It's a good question. Okay.
Thank you, that was all.
Yep. All right, so I'm going to share this first transfer requests. Hopefully you can see that. So this is a request coming from the DPW director, but it's actually for the town buildings account. That's account 190. Basically, there's a deficit of just over $4,009 in the account now. And what Randy did was he and Leslie came up with not only the bills that they know are going to come due in May and June, but also an estimate of ones that they're expecting in this month and next. And their total is probably somewhere around 26,000. That's the estimate. They've requested 25,000 at this point, but it's all kind of backed up by real estimates of things that they think are going to come due. So that is the request from our DPW director. Oh, and I should have mentioned, so our balance in the advisory reserve fund coming into tonight's meeting is $83,373. So does anyone want? Okay, go ahead.
I move we approve $25,000 to the 190 fund. I think it's for DPW.
It's technically town buildings.
Town buildings, sure.
I second.
Okay, great. I'll do a roll call. Bill,
Aye.
Omid,
Aye.
Craig,
Aye.
and I'm a yes as well. Okay, great. And then the next, sorry, it just disappeared. Sorry about that. The next one is from the town administrator, and it is for it's related to energy costs.
It's a much more modest ask than the last one.
Yes. Do you see that? 80, I'll magnify it. It's $82.35. And this would be for the town hall. I think it's heating line. Yeah, it's the heating line because it's oil prices.
Mhm.
Is there a motion to?
I move we approve 8235 for account 192-5210.
I second that.
Okay, roll call. Bill,
Aye.
Omid,
Aye.
Craig,
Aye.
and I'm a yes also. All right. The next two requests are both from the library. One is for their heating line, and then the other one is for their electricity. So hold on. So the amount requested is $3,456.86 to cover increase in the cost of propane.
I move we approve this transfer request for 345686 for heat for the library.
I second.
Okay, roll call, Bill,
I,
Omid,
Aye.
Craig,
Aye.
and I'm a yes also. And then last but not least is library electricity. Oops, sorry. $5,519.91 for electricity price increases.
I'm surprised that they've increased to that degree. I don't know what the original line was right offhand. But in any case, I move we approve 551991 for the electricity fund for the library.
I second that.
Okay, roll call, Bill,
I,
Omid,
Aye.
Craig,
Aye.
and I'm a yes also. Okay, I think that was it.
Minutes?
Is that something we're gonna be doing now monthly, like because of all the bills?
So we'll probably do this maybe once in June and once in July, because there's some end of year transfers that we can also do in addition to advisory reserve fund transfers, but we do have to vote on them. So I would expect that we'll probably have at least 2 more meetings before July 15th, which I think is the last. I think July 15th is the cutoff for us to have these things done for the end of fiscal year 22.
Are we going to approve any minutes tonight?
minutes are all in.
Okay, if they're all approved.
I believe so. All right, well, if somebody wants to make a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
All right, roll call, Bill,
I,
Omid,
Aye.
Craig.
Aye.
Yes, also, thank you all for your time. Really appreciate it. Have a great night, folks.
good night.
You too.